So I'm in Doha, Qatar. Now I'm going to talk about the things that I have done since I got here. Now it is day 5, and of course I'm drawing close to the end of my trip and my stay here in Doha. But of course I'm going to be telling you all the things that I did and what you should do when you come to Doha. So this was day 2, and what we did was that we booked a tour. You know, of course I had my friends, you know, everyone who had come in for the event. So together we booked a tour, and then we did the desert safari. Now, this was a first for me. No, I know, I just haven't had a thing for the safari, you know, for so long. I always just avoid doing it because most of it is always in very hot climates, and then I always feel very reluctant to engage. But I was very happy I did this one, and I heard it is one of the best, because I do have some friends who had done, you know, safari in, you know, Morocco and also in Dubai, and they said they actually did like the one in Qatar because it was longer, and then maybe it was, you know, steeper in terms of, you know, scary and nice. So it was fantastic. It was very nice. We did the safari. Of course, before we got to the safari, we did the camel riding. We stopped, you know, very close to where we went for the safari. We did the camel riding. So, and then from there, we also did the quad biking. You know, the first stop was, you know, the quad bikes, you know, then the camel riding, and also the safari. So we did all that in the day. Now, it was 40 degrees, but it felt like 45. It was really, really hot. So my advice would be, don't do it during the summer months, you know, do it during the winter. And I think winter, anywhere between November, you know, December, January, February would just be fine. You know, if you do it in the summer months, it gets really, really hot. Maybe up to April might still be okay, but the summer, please avoid it. You're going to be returning home 3 shades darker than you actually are. So I'm going to advise you to avoid doing it during the summer. Yes, I did enjoy myself, but it was too hot. It was, I don't think your sunscreen can even help you here. Like, it was in the 40s, you know, and it felt like 50, trust me. We also went on another tour. We had a full day tour. You know, we went to the National Museum. It is beautiful. Like, it's so artistic. Like I would say, Qatar is so progressive in terms of the structures, you know. It is really beautiful. So we went to the National Museum. We made a stop there. Went to Souk Waqif. You know, we went around. We had time to explore. And then something that I really love is the Qatar cultural village. Now, if you're visiting Qatar, this is something that you must experience, because it's one of the areas where they have the Qatar cooling system, where water is being used, is transformed, you know, to cool the area, outdoor cooling in this case. So you would not, if you go to that area, despite the fact that Qatar is really hot, every other part is hot, you would find like outdoor areas that are being cooled by the Qatar, you know, cooling system. It is an innovation that is brilliant, and you would experience it. Like, if you're walking outside, it feels as low as, you know, 18 to 20, you know, degrees, because, you know, the area is being air conditioned. So that was something that was very beautiful, and I have a lot of respect for Qatar. And of course, it is a very nice area. There are shops there, there's a mall, there's Galleria Lafayette that is there. They also have stores where you know, they have restaurants, and then they have food stores. I loved it. I had a good time there. I didn't just go there the day of the tour. I also went there the next day. That's how I loved it. Now, another thing you would notice about Qatar is that the night and day, they're totally different. As in, the day is amazing, the night is even better. I would call Qatar the city of light. It is beautiful at night. Like my friends were saying, oh, electricians here in Doha will be making a lot of money because the city is well lit. The buildings are amazing. You know, all the skyscrapers. Yes, Dubai is nice. It is like, you know, it is close to, it looks like Dubai, but it is without the crowd. So it is a calmer place, so you're able to appreciate all these beautiful things that I am saying, because there are less people in Qatar. So I love the city. You know, like, I know most travelers, when they go to places, the first thing is that they do a vibe check and say, okay, can I actually live here? I think I can live in Qatar, yes. You know, well, I would not want to live here for so long. But it's somewhere that I can actually live in for like a year, 6 months, a year or two. So it is a beautiful place. The people, the people you interact with, will impress you. They are good people. And then it is very safe. Security is one thing that stands out here in Qatar. It is a safe place. Now, coming here, I recall that I went through the first 3 days without having to exchange money, because I was able to use my card, in most places where I explored. If I was going to go somewhere, I could take a taxi. I could take the Qatar, taxi. I think it's called Kawa. And then I could also use an Uber, and then of course I could pay with my debit or credit card, as the case may be. So you can survive without having cash, but sometimes you might just want to have it. Even when you go to the market, like I also went to the gold souk, where we went to explore and then try to do some shopping. You can shop here in Qatar. Qatar is duty free, so you can buy gold at a reasonable price, if you want. And we also went to Souk Waqif. It was, we just explored. But as at the time we went, most of the shops were closed because they usually take a break between the hours of 12 to 4. We went there, and then of course we bought some native attires. If you want, you can buy that. We got some souvenirs, in Souk Waqif. We also got some nuts, some spices, and then also dates as well. We got that as well. We had a store that had everything that we wanted, so that was good. In terms of shopping, we have been to Vendome Place. It's a big mall. I think that's the biggest in the city. Villaggio is beautiful. You should go, even if you're not shopping. Walking around the city, just there's a feel good thing there. It's very nice. There's also city center, and then a few other malls that we visited, but this one's actually stood out for me. So I have enjoyed my time here. It is a beautiful place. Pearl Island is also where you should not miss when you're visiting here, because it is a beautiful area you would explore. Now let's talk about the luxury. Now there are two really nice hotels that stand out here in Doha, because they both of them are housed in the same building, and I went there and I loved it. And then one is a Raffles, and then the other is Fairmont. It was beautiful. We went there to have a drink, and then we loved it. Like outside there you can take really nice pictures. Inside you can take lovely pictures. It is stunning. And then of course, I was here for a birthday event, like I mentioned earlier on. We had a boat cruise, so where we hired a boat in a yacht, and then we partied. It was an all-white party, and then I was with my friends. And then the beauty of it is that by the time we sailed into the sea and then we're coming back, we had really, really beautiful views of the skyline of Qatar at night. When I call it the city of lights, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It was beautiful. It was one of the highlights of my trip here. I loved it, and I know that you will love it too. So what are you waiting for? Visit Qatar. So I just got to the Museum of Islamic Art, and you can see the views. It's very nice. Villaggio Mall, and there is a gondola ride where you just take rounds. I'm about to go on it, and I'm going to let you know how it goes. So it's very nice. You can see the ceiling is designed to look like the sky. Very nice. Bye.